Get my big one. It's crazy. First of all, hey. So I tattooed myself over the weekend. I've been wanting to do this tattoo for a while. Okay, I feel like it could have been a little bit bigger, but I think it's good because maybe I'm gonna do something else on my elbow. But that I would probably have to get somebody else to do because I don't think I'll be capable of tattooing my own elbow. But I've seen someone do it before, and they used a mirror, but I feel like it would just feel backwards the whole time, so I don't know if I could pull that off. Honestly, I'm surprised I was even able to pull this off, but it took a lot of patience after I just had a really stiff arm or elbow, like from having it bent for several hours, but I think it came out really well. We're gonna remove this second skin. The way that I recommend, everybody I think kind of has their own way, or like if you go to other artists, they may tell you like their preferred way of removing it. Some artists don't use a second skin at all. That's fine. I found that for me and my tattoos, it definitely is helpful, but every time I do a tattoo for someone, they tell me how they remove it, and I feel like most people just kind of rip it off like a band-aid or kind of like peel it back like a sticker, and that just honestly hurts my heart every time I hear it. So I'm gonna show the way that I recommend removing it. First things first, you kind of need to run like warm water over it. Honestly, if you can remove it simultaneously while water is running on it, then I think that's also helpful, but I'm just gonna quickly run some warm water over it, then I'm gonna show how I remove it. I think I'm gonna start from the elbow part, because up here, I didn't shave all the way down there, but the second skin is actually over top of a lot of arm hair, and I'm low-key scared that that's gonna hurt like shit. I'm gonna start from the bottom, and then we'll work our way up. What I recommend is always pulling it away from you to break the adhesive instead of ripping it back. I feel like when you rip it back, it also has the potential, since the tattoo itself is still healing, it has the potential to maybe rip some of the ink out with it, since the wound of the tattoo is still open and the ink hasn't quite settled underneath the skin yet. I would say to pull it away from you, whatever direction. So even if I was to start up here, I would then pull it like up and away from the tattoo. And yeah, I do feel like running the warm water over it definitely helped. Sometimes if you just are pulling it off before you ran water over it, it can feel a bit abrasive. But this is actually super chill. Just keep pulling it away to break the adhesive, and I think it's really important to just take your time with it. Be like super patient, don't like rip it off. I know sometimes there are some people that are just like, I just want to get it off as fast as possible. But honestly, the more that you take your time, probably the better of a result that you'll have, and it won't be as painful. I'm just gonna go ahead and continue ripping this off, and then I'll show the next part. So the part where it was actually on top of my hair wasn't even that bad. So I was a bit nervous for nothing. But what I'm gonna do now is clean it off again with like lukewarm water, kind of like room temperature, with unscented soap if you can. I think it's better to use soap that's like super mild, no fragrance. Yeah, that's just what I recommend. But yes, I'm gonna go ahead and clean this very gently. If you don't have a soap that doesn't have like a fragrance or anything added to it, try to just do something that's super like mild. That's not gonna irritate the skin, as the tattoo is still healing. So you just wanna gently clean any excess ink that might have gathered underneath the second skin, and it's important that you are just like gently rubbing it. You don't want to scrub or anything, even though at this point it is already starting to be very itchy, but it's really important that you don't just start scratching at your tattoo. That's insane. And now I'm gonna rinse it off, and now either with like a towel or a paper towel, I'm just gonna gently pat it dry. Again, you don't want to like be rough handling your new tattoo. You just want to gently pat it dry. You don't need to do too much. Damn, it's already looking so good. Now, this is then when you're going to apply something to it, and a super light coat as well. And again, if it could be something that's like non-scented, because you don't want anything to irritate the tattoo or the skin. This is what I have. This is actually something that was gifted to me. by another tattoo artist that I know, and it's really, really good. There's also tattoo butter that they make as well that I use every now and then in my tattoo sessions. Instead of using like Vaseline that you can get for doing tattoos, there's like a tattoo butter alternative that they make that you can use during the tattoo session as well as after. For after, I actually prefer to use the gel just because it's almost kind of like cooling. Like it's nice, especially when your tattoo gets super itchy. It's kind of nice to apply the gel to it, like it's a nice feeling. I'm only gonna apply like a super thin layer. You don't need a lot. In order for your skin to heal, it needs to be able to breathe. Also, now my elbow's kind of ashy, but we won't talk about that. And there we go, a freshly washed and cleaned tattoo. Maybe I gotta bring this down so you could see it kind of eye level. I can't believe I did this. It looks so good. Damn, I surprise myself every day. I'm trying to get it so you can like see the details in it. Like, so sick. What the hell? Yeah, I'm really proud of this one. In my head, I'm already planning the next tattoo that I'm gonna do on myself. I actually think I'm gonna add something either maybe here or maybe even on the inside here. But we'll see. I'm still thinking about what I want it to be. Sometimes I'm a little bit indecisive about placements of tattoos, but I got plenty ideas, plenty ideas. Sometimes there's like a meaning behind it, sometimes it's not. Sometimes I just get tattoos for shits and giggles because also I just like the way they look. I think it's also so cool that basically I've got like a whole half sleeve almost that I've done myself. I didn't do this one here, but there are so many other tattoos on my arm and my hand that I've done myself, and I just think it's really cool to be able to say that I basically have done the majority of my own sleeve. That's all that I have to show. Just one more time for this though, like, I did my big one. It's crazy. Okay, I'm gonna stop talking about it. I'm just like really proud of this one. But hopefully this helps the next time you get a tattoo, whether it's from me or anyone else, and you need to then remove your second skin. Hopefully this is helpful information and you now know how to properly, safely, and with the least amount of harm remove your second skin. Okay, bye.